day, but we'll find a way.
Are we dancing to Kanye?
Crazy guy.
But it may be the only way.
Yeah, you know, I miss the old Kanye. We're back, and you're tuned into TrendingSA on SABC3 and online. We are back online, so sorry if you guys tried to log in and it wasn't the thing. We are back. We are back.
We didn't have data.
Yeah, guys. Or, you know what you could do? You could call us on 083-913-3030 and you can be lucky caller number...
No, Nina. No.
What?
We don't have phone numbers to call here.
We don't have...
Well, guys, what about this one?
Spoiling it.
Okay.
They call now, they get to win this.
Sorry, Moose, I love you. All right, so, Sis Cooley, what are the tweets saying about the show?
Right, my darling, I'm about to read. Silence, please. Where the post? Right. Usebulela Tozana says, Kuli, can I be your Ben 10 mom? And of course, come on, sweetie. I'm gonna slide in when I'm mama, slide in. The old woman's need some entertainment. Okay, next one. Oh, Kipsibana says, so sad my Wi-Fi is acting, but we'll stream Noma Kanjani and get voice kama brrrr.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Wait, data.
Singing the Nova version.
Okay, guys, keep the posts coming. We love hearing from you. And please, if you can, SMS and tweets Musa never to sing.
Wow.
Why? Why are you like this?
It's sad, babe. I can't. It's shocking.
All right, listen, before I hand over things to Musa, today we are celebrating #World Press Freedom Day and the progression of the media through the years. This day is instrumental in highlighting just how far we've come as the media, and I'm truly happy that we still have press freedom in this country. So we salute all you journalists and not Kanye. All right, Musa, what's on your feeds?
Right, so of course we are TrendingSA and check out all the things that are trending. And the next story is one that we've been following from last year. It's about the brutal murder of Karabo Ntshweng. Yesterday, Judge Johnson found Karabo's ex-boyfriend Sandile Mantswe guilty of her murder. And today the judge did not mince his words when he handed down his sentence. Here's what he had to say. And of course, it had to be viewed in tweets. EWN reporter started things off here saying that what you call remorse is really self-pity. Of course, this is what Judge Johnson said, rather. You are more concerned about the fact that you've been caught and are now in court, and you are in fact claiming to be a victim without any regard for the deceased. #Karabo Ntshweng, #Sandile Mantswe. Another tweet that came through following this was from Michelle Craig. Let's say Judge Johnson to Sandile Mantswe. The deceased has no rights anymore. You've taken that away from her. The community has a right to know she did not die in vain, but for the rights of abused women. The community must be protected from men like you. Totally agree with that. So I hope Karabo's family will find peace in the guilty verdict and of course the time that he has received with that. However, a similar story popped up on the timeline again, and it was under the #Zolile Khumalo, which continued to trend today after the story broke yesterday. Now, we did touch on it just a little bit yesterday, on how Zolile is a student from Mangosuthu University of Technology, was allegedly murdered by her boyfriend Thabane Mzolo, who appeared in court earlier on today. Now, people, of course, trying to piece the pieces together of this whole event and the events that led to her death. And there are claims, of course, that after Thabane killed Uzolile, he posted a confession on Facebook. So the confession looked like that, but I'm going to translate it for you very quickly. It says, everything is in the past now, and if I had the strength, I would raise you from the dead so that you can talk, so we can talk things through. But you've left me before I was able to forgive you.
What?
Such a lunatic. Psycho.
Okay, so who is raising these children? Who is raising somebody to live in a world where they think that that kind of behavior, to blame someone else who you've killed for you needing forgiveness from them? I don't really understand.
I keep on saying, but there's mental asylums and people should just check themselves in. I mean, this guy is psychotic.
Yeah, clearly psychotic. Clearly something's not right there. And of course, in response to his friend's alarmed responses on the post, he replied by saying, I killed my Zozo. If only I'd stayed at home and cooled off, this wouldn't be like this. Yeah. As for the motive, it's alleged that the killer killed her because she broke up with him, which ties into this screenshot that looks like a conversation between Zolile and a friend of hers. Take a look. Basically, in summary, what this is saying is that she says and messages the friend, that friend, I've broken up with Thabane. The friend then responds that you're lying. We are going to bury you soon. She then says, no, man, don't say that. But then the friend, male or female, then says, no, I'm serious. Uzo fawena, because I'm assuming you're going to die.
Wow.
Yeah.
And clearly, from just this post alone, I can see and I can assume that there is a history of abuse in this relationship.
Can we talk, please, about the red flags that we are ignoring? Be it the gut feeling, be some weird behavior. Some people think it's romantic when a man is like, let me know when you get home safe. But on the side, he's like, why aren't you home? You know what I mean?
I think there's a lot of people that do want you to get home safely because of the state of, the nation and the world. But you've got to trust your gut when you feel things that are going wrong. I was in a lift recently with my sister, and there was a guy that came in, and my sister and I both had this bad feeling, and it was sort of like a touch and go. And then later, when we had sort of finished our shopping and gone back to the lift, we'd obviously seen that this is this guy's MO. He sort of gets into the lift with women just before the lift closes, and that gut feeling that we had in the beginnings might have saved us from something.
Yeah.
Another photo that's been making the rounds, of course, on social media is one of Zolile and Tobane, and they're holding automatic weapons. The story behind this, of course, remains unclear, but it is quite worrying. Now, Tobane appeared in court today, and his behavior in court seemed a bit peculiar. Take a look at this video shared by Nomfanelo Hlomo. So, if you're looking at this video, you can see that he's walking out the dock and is headed down to the cells below. But what's weird about this is his finger gesture at the end.
Wow.
Doesn't that look familiar? Doesn't that look like what we looked at yesterday, Sandile Manzwe, in court?
Basically what happened yesterday. Juices, but his is not juices. If you look closely, it's trigger finger. He's doing this, boom, boom, into the air.
Where's the remorse?
I don't know. But we will keep an eye on the story, of course, and let you know what's going on with that. Because, look, as a country, we can no longer have these things, and we are tired of waking up to stories of women being assaulted and killed. And, of course, someone had to wrap this up, and Brownie Sugar took this tweet. It sounds like this: I'm convinced South African men hate women. You get stabbed for refusing to give him your number. You're getting killed for leaving an abusive relationship. You get raped for just breathing and having a vagina. Our only crime is being women in South Africa. Hashtag Karabo Ntshweng, hashtag Zolile Khumalo. Well, that was that.
Thank you so much, Musa. That was unpleasant. All right, but let's keep things going. Relebohile, tell us what's on your feeds. Why don't you lighten things up, seeing as you're the stand-in Yellowbone?
Thank you. On a lighter Yellowbone note, the hashtag meme I can't delete popped up on my feeds, and I know that you ladies have a bunch of memes on your phone that you just will not refuse because they're those dead conversations that you need to brighten up. Kind of like when I'm talking to Kudni.
Sure,
so before we check out your memes, check out what memes folks put on social media and what they said that they will never delete. Starting it off with @Snetemba_10. She said that these are her top 4 memes. Take a look. I love this one. Boss Zonke. Hashtag meme I can't delete. Top 4 best of the best.
I love that first one.
That first
so
one's
you,
great.
though.
It says so much as well. Like,
all right, the next one is by @Mama_Bridgie. Also hopped onto the trend with this meme. They was together on the crook place.
Hey guys, of course you remember that meme. You remember its origins. Let me jog your memory if you've forgotten. Take a look.
This is the time to settle things for Zuma and Ramaphosa. Ramaphosa, he was a crook too. Why today they say Zuma is a crook? Zuma was never a crook. They were together on the crook.
They were together on the crook place.
That was BLF member Utumisani Dumakude, who was part of the protest outside Luthuli House earlier this year in support of ex-President Jacob Zuma. So what memes can I find on your phones, babies? Mister, what's yours?
I want to hear what yours is first.
Okay, oh gosh, mine is a strange meme of this Caucasian guy, and he just looks so stern and it scares me, so I sort of keep it. I don't know why.
what and wow.
I love this.
Says in blurred out word haunt.
He's staring in haunt. It's a bit chilly. And yours, Musa?
So mine are a series of like children's reactions, and I love how babies are just so memeable. Let me tell you which one. So this one was one that I posted a tweet on when after you've paid your rent, your petrol, and all those things, and you have no money in your account, but at least all of that is done. This is how you feel. And of course, the other one reminded me of a patient I had when I was still doing internship. He came in with high blood sugars. We controlled him, took the whole night working on this man. When I was discharging him in the morning, 10 minutes later, I was in the cafeteria buying a cold drink.
Thank you, sir. Was your kids as well? Sorry. Riri, what's yours when I'm Momo?
Okay, can I just save mine till the end?
Don't be a drama queen. We don't
Have you seen my hair? It's drama.
Okay,
Daddy Diana. All right, guys. I've got this meme of this lady. You know that one where she squats and
Love
squints?
it, love
This
it.
one?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like when you want to analyze, like, what did you say? All right, so this is Kayleen Eliza, right, who goes by the handle @solo Kayleen. See, now this was the original picture. This is what she was supposed to be doing. She went viral on Twitter after a friend of hers took a picture for the gram. This was supposed to be the gram picture, but just as Kayleen was about to get up, her knees weren't having it, and that's when this iconic picture started making the rounds on social media. I love it, and I love how, like, because we try so hard to look great in these pictures, but that's what we really look like.
That's what we look like. Nice, of course, Twitter went crazy. Riri,
I'm ready.
are you ready when Mom? We want us to beg
Okay.
you.
Yes, I do, actually. Okay, I know that you guys have more dating experience than me.
Why?
My dating career started very late in life.
But you caught up.
I did. Please take a look at this meme. Yes.
Shalalas.
Wow!
Sorry, you put it here.
High five! That's saving you. High five.
To all my exes, don't drown in front of me.
Dark.
Wow,
Yes.
that was, I'm so glad I'm not your ex. Anyway, when we return from the break, it's time to, if I could turn back time. Vava's J is coming up next. I'm feeling a little peckish. Anyone feel like a snack attack?
No!
Snack attack?
Change the world. Oh, I change the world.
My dearest and best friend, my brother and my partner cried. When people said your name, it was always followed by mine. And that's what you were, my other half. The other half of this equation. The person responsible for the man that God continues to shape for me to become today. You're my brother, and you're everything people said about you that was good, and everything everyone who has ever met you thinks about you. Welcome back. It's TrendingSA on SABC3 and online. We're TrendingSA.tv. So Saturday, the 28th of April, I lost a brother, a mentor, and of course my best friend, Akhumzi. On Monday, I bared my soul and tears with South Africa as I say goodbye to my friend Akhumzi. But today, I want to celebrate him and of course the memories that we've shared. And to help me celebrate Akhumzi are some of my friends, former colleagues, and some people that might have brought you up as a child onto the show today to share some of the memories that we had on YoTv and of course reminisce on all the great moments that we shared with Akhumzi. So, ladies and gentlemen, as part of the YoTv takeover, Vavas J TrendingSA style, welcome Lumko Johnson, Rorisang, Thandekiso, and Karabo Ntshweng. Wow. Wow.
The song has a lot of memories.
A lot. I chose it for a reason.
Nice one.
How's it, guys?
Hello.
Are you guys alright?
We're good.
Jeez. Alright. 08399. Okay.
30.
Right, so it's been a surreal couple of days. I think we can all agree on that. A lot of us have been dealing with a lot of emotion. I just want to know how you guys been holding up. Karabo?
I really keep thinking he's gonna walk in and just be like, Nienza, and you guys, but it's been tough, but we're keeping it together, trying to keep it together. Lumko?
Eye drops and coffee and maybe something even stronger that's sold at a bottle store because it's tough, eh?
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't work at YoTv anymore, clearly.
You can say that, yeah.
I can say that now.
Man, it's been hard. It's everything that we can't put in words. It's just one of those things where I understand but you trust the process. And I think more than anything, I've just been allowing myself to feel what I feel when I feel it.
Yeah.
Right, so to start things off, I want to play this clip that involves Karabo and Akhumzi. They were on 3 Talk with Nolene Mahola Nasango. Let me say Umamu Nolene. And they were talking about how he came to become a YoTv presenter. Let's take a look.
I used to come to occasionally, like once in 3 months, you know.
Okay.
You know, and then
Akhumzi, it was every day.
okay, well, I came here like every day, but I wasn't on TV every day. I wasn't like here around, like not every day. So and then after that, 2 weeks later, Stephanie from YoTv called me, and then I can't remember what she said. She said to me, "How quickly can you go to Urban Brew? We need to talk to you." And then obviously that talk, I'm like, yo, what have I done? Trying to say something wrong on TV and stuff. Then when I got here, she's like, well, the SABC videotapes this morning, they're not happy about you being a guest presenter on YoTv. I was like, yo, why? She's like, because they want you to be a presenter. I said, yo,
Wow, those jeans.
The hair.
Those jeans, my friend.
That was the swag, though. I'm going to speak on behalf of Akhumzi. That was the swag.
Okay.
Did you have weird things like that going on as well, Rosa?
I presented with you, so you and I were both shady, dude.
I've been cool all my life.
No. It's a lie.
Okay, so we've all met Akhumzi and we all had to derive some kind of impression from him, right?
Yeah.
I want to know from the very first moment you met him, what was your impression of Mr. Jesus?
That he was a bully. I feel like he was a bully. I mean, back then I thought he was a bully. So my first live show, Akhumzi was my guest. What are the chances?
How does that work?
Yeah,
I know, we were talking about voting, and as young people, we need to go vote. And an earpiece is a very difficult tool to navigate. So the director gave instructions, and I just answered on TV. I was like, oh, you want me to say it now?
Wait. Is this during the show?
During the show.
During the interview.
So imagine you're answering the question, okay, but do you want me to ask
Live
the
TV.
question now? And Akhumzi just never let it go. Like, the couple of weeks after that, he was just like, are you sure you know how to? I was just like, why is this guy on my case? But the more I got to spend time with him, I realized that he wanted me to get over myself.
Yeah.
All right. Karabo, you started off as a little girl.
Yeah.
And then you met Akhumzi on the job.
Dude, I think I freaked him out because the first time I met Akhumzi, after school, I'm getting my makeup done. He walks in, we start chatting, and I'm telling him all these secrets about boys, about what's going on in my life, and he's just like, wait, hold up.
And he's a cupboard. He
don't
keeps
even
those
know
things.
me. And that's the kind of person that he was. We all just shared everything with him.
Yeah,
Everybody.
Kaofela.
You know what relationship quite fascinates me because I think we all were close to him in one way or another. But when Ali and you came across as brothers, and it feels like it was right from the beginning. Was that always the case?
No, I didn't really like him. He was just a thorn under my foot, just irritating in my face.
He was the new guy.
Loud. He was the new guy.
He was the new guy.
Yeah, so I had to share that spotlight a bit. But I did. And he took it and he ran with it. And we just got closer and closer and closer. I mean, I think I met him 1 week. The next 2 weeks later, I was sleeping at his mom's house.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because our moms are closer. So my mom was like, oh, this new guy, is he closer? Yes. Listen, Saturday, I don't have energy to bring you to work. You are going to go sleep at his house.
And there was that cottage at Akhumzi's house.
Messy.
Very messy cottage that we all know.
Yeah, so listen, Karabo, Rorisang and myself met Akhumzi when we were very young. I mean, we were children, we were babies, we were suckling.
Okay,
let me not exaggerate.
Okay.
But you, Lumko,
I
met
saw where this is
Akhumzi
going.
when you were a taxpayer in our country, a grown man with a beard. So, what was that experience like for you?
Very tricky, because when I met him, he was my boss, but he's 9 months older than me. So technically, it's Zindanga.
Okay.
So now having to take judgment and critique from someone who's my boss, but also my friend. And then the show ends, the credits roll, we hang out together. It's like, but what did you mean when you said I messed up that link? Like, how? How? So it was very difficult to navigate the relationship, but he plays leadership very well, and we were able to work through it.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Now, guys, since Akhumzi's passing, there have been so many fans who've shared their favorite memories because everybody has a memory with Akhumzi, whether you grew up watching him, whether you've met him or you haven't. Let's read some of the few tweets that we have received. So the first one is from Sipho Sihle, and he says, yes, Akhumzi was our friend. He was our older brother. We couldn't wait to go watch him on YoTv every after school and fantasize about how it was being on TV. Our mothers loved him. He was their son. He grew up in front of us and watched him make his mark. Rest in peace, Akhumzi.
Sure.
And then there's Akhumzi put me on WTF to me twice and YoTv countless times because he believed in me and my gift. I'm externally grateful for him. He treated me with so much love and kindness. He was so passionate and warm. May he rest in everlasting peace. He will be missed.
Yeah, and I think one thing that everybody can attest is that he was really invested in other people's careers, which is something that's very rare in the industry. Another one here coming through from Luando, our competitor back in the days. And this is what he had to say about Akhumzi. Guys, Akhumzi is legit the guy who poached me from crazy to join YoTv. The homie believed in my talents, and he's got crying faces there and a broken heart, just to show how much he meant to him.
Another tweet that we have here from Tembisile. It said, I had the best childhood because of Akhumzi and other YoTv presenters. They just brought color to my childhood and inspired me a lot. #Tsa on 3. Yeah, it really was that.
I want to know from you guys, what then becomes our last words to Akhumzi? That sounds weird, but yeah.
Well, in his absence.
If you
Tears back. I think he's played his role in everyone's life throughout the whole of South Africa. We've all been impacted by the life of Akhumzi. I have a personal story, you do, everyone else at this table does as well, and he may rest by the true sense of rest in peace because angazola, because he's played his part, he's done his job.
Yeah. Karabo?
I think we've got so many things to learn from him. I think for me, many things have been said and many beautiful things, but I think what I'll always be in awe of is how Akhumzi had so many friends and invested so much time and attention in all his friends and his family and had time for work too. But besides that, every single person that Akhumzi met, he touched.
Yeah.
You know, whether he was meeting a family member of yours, whether he was meeting a fan, he always made time to get to know your name, remember your face, and he'll always greet you, from different crews that he's worked with to different fans that he's met. And I think that's something we really need to learn from, to be present when we're meeting and talking to people and being with people, and to be present in the lives of people that are still around, because you wake up one day and they're no longer.
You get a phone call.
Yeah, I think for me, very short, very simple. You did what you were supposed to do. You spent the time that you were supposed to spend, and it's now up to us to take from that what we will and run with it.
Yeah.
For me, he personified, this is one of my favorite scriptures, Proverbs 22, verse 29. He who excels in his work will stand before kings and not common men. And he was a king.
Sure. Well, that is what it is. And of course, in loving memory of our friend, I'd like for us to play an old game that will remind us of the good old days on YoTv. And to jog your memories a little bit, here's a clip.
Okay, cool. Andrew, and the cherries?
Put a cherry on to garnish.
Okay.
And some.
Okay, Dad.
No, this is not. This is melted.
Can I use this?
You can if. Oi.
Musa, what are you doing?
You can't always blame it on a leaking glass.
Wait, can I tell you something? I think I didn't add my old coffee, my new coffee.
Did you see me in that clip?
You looked
very cool.
Incredibly.
Oh, wow.
Right, so as you can see, we're having snack attack. Yo! So, you know the rules. We're going to have about 25 seconds on the clock, and both teams have about 25 seconds, of course, to make a delicious snack with the ingredients that we have in front of us. And then, of course, the beautiful co-host that I work with, that I want to kick you off of set for and continue the rest of the show with, Uli, Nina, as well as Lewukhile, will join and judge our snacks. So, is everybody ready?
We're ready. Rory, we're ready.
So, the ingredients, we have bread. No, wait, we don't have the same things. Wait.
We don't have the same things.
Okay, let's
cool. We can shake.
Let's share the chips for these. Yeah.
We need to also open this. It's going to
this
waste
is our
time.
blight.
Is the clock in?
Is the clock in?
Are we ready?
Yes.
Oh, Akwena.
What are you going to do with... Okay, so
Akhumzi says,
let's go.
The clock.
3, 2, 1, go.
Go.
Give us bread.
Bread,
Bread, don't be stingy. Excellent.
Okay,
Karabo, what are you doing there?
I don't know. I'm just
You must
opening
open.
everything.
No, Karabo, you must just do this, babes.
I'm calling this the blue
And
couch.
then also just for decoration.
babes. Is it sherbet?
Yes,
Jeez,
open.
like
And then some
There
mustard
goes
for
my
color.
dad.
Yes, babes.
Okay.
Color.
Just for
No,
vibes.
you're making it too neat. There's no
That's
time.
other
I
thing.
love
Don't
this.
make it too
Wait. I
neat.
need to do this. I have to.
Okay, I don't know what the
I have to. Can we
we
just
don't
zoom
have
out a bit? I want you guys
Who
to...
finished the sherbet?
Yeah.
We got the
Right.
sherbet.
Mustard.
Oh, this is beautiful. Presentation.
Oh, this is
Presentation.
gorgeous.
No, so
Present.
you're making it ugly.
Oh, sorry.
Leave it like this.
Okay,
We need
babes.
garnish.
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 Yep.
Time's up. Stop.
It's garnish. It's garnish. I'm just putting garnish.
Cheating.
Rory, don't cheat.
Time is up.
Okay, bring your plate.
Oh wow, I think there's that.
All right, I'm going to call in the judges now. Judges, please join us. As they inside here.
No, guys.
Let me pour you a drink first. Let me pour you a drink.
We have a drink. They don't have a drink.
I will pour you a
The
drink.
last time I did snack
This way,
attack
this
was
way,
with
this
you.
Really?
Yes.
Then you better taste ours first.
Well, my
amazing.
question is, why is everything so phallic?
All right, guys. So silence in the court of law. Right. So, ladies, I want you guys to come and judge. Nina. Okay, I think let's not taste it. Just look at it and tell me
Thank you.
who has won.
Rorisang. We should have a team. Rorisang is on.
Wow.
Rorisang cheated.
I didn't cheat.
Rorisang
I like the garnish, and I like the fact that there's a blue drink
And there's
on the
there's a
side of that
beverage,
thing
yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
But I think that the sprinkles with the salt added like another flavor over here. We've got some color elements. We've got some mustard
No one
elements.
used
a
onion
balanced
sauce.
meal over
This
here.
is
We've got a balanced
shocking.
meal.
Shocking,
Look,
whatever it is.
this has been amazing.
I
We're
think
gonna taste
I was
this.
perfect.
I think it's gonna have to go.
It's mustard.
Oh my God.
Cheers.
It doesn't work like that.
Sherbet.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Sherbet juice.
We're gonna have a bit of a snack attack, and we'll see you after the break.
YoTv, clean up the mess.
No competition. Who let up is a lot of this to me. I do the fisting. Sometimes I'm shy and bring you more. You're bad at class, but I can't we never whack. Yeah, we ain't having that. The flower cut that one good seven. Give us a round of applause.
of note. And we are back. You're still watching TrendingSA on SABC3 and online. We're TrendingSA.tv. And thank you so much to the YoTv fam for helping us celebrate the great life of Akhumzi.
They've done so well, those kids, eh?
Oh, they're gorgeous.
Children, no. Those are grown-ups.
I know, but you'll always be our kids, Nana.
They have debt. They have so much debt. So much.
Why are you like this? All right. Thanks to you for all your tweets, your Facebook and Insta posts. We still love receiving them. Siskuli.
Yes, our next guest, yes, Rorisang Ding Dong. The Kwaito pioneer has been serenading us since the 90s with his unforgettable hit songs like Ding Dong, Pumakimi Zodwa, Sibali Awudeli, Nomtandazo. Really, the list goes on and on and on. Born in a musical family, joining his musical career started at a tender age of 3, and his biggest hit was when he was 40 years old. It's a little wonder why he's had 26 albums under his name,
26.
guys. 26 Mololos. Wow. For a few years, Jonina took a break from appearing on local TV screens and radio stations, but now he's back with an old school feel with his 27th studio album titled Time to Time. He has, of course, worked with other legends like Nana Coyote, Steve Kekana, Tepa Tola, as well as the late Ray Piri. Oh, did I also mention that he's nominated for a Sama this year? So yes. See any more time, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome music maestro and producer Jonina.
Hello. Hey, okay, Mama. Oh, it's my new dance, Yes, hello. Yay!
Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Welcome, Angel. Let's get straight into it.
Welcome, Mr. Nina.
Thank you.
Your album was in 2009. What took you so long to come back? Your last one was 2009. It's 2018 now.
I was drinking pure water. Well, zininzi I think into zenzile. Just said ukuthi namhlanje ngena ngendaba ezibuhlungu ezininzi ezenzakele apha, so my condolences to all the families and to all the men out there. Bakhona amadoda, like for real men are men. And it's for those nje abasliparayo bamane beyewa, you know. So for those, please man, get it off. I think I'm still working on that now, Nangoku.
Good. Help the society,
Yes.
So you've been in the music industry for quite some time, but in that time, you need to reinvent yourself because times change, you know? Yes. In the music in the 90s is not the same in the 2000s, not in the same in the... So how do you do that? And how do you stay relevant?
How do you stay relevant?
I eat a lot of veggies.
I had a vegetable soup last night. No, I want to believe that it's about knowing what it is that you want to do in a craft yako, which is very crucial. But more than anything, I think it's important to be connected with your own self, stay committed with your own self, and more than anything, keep on keeping on, because there's lots of challenges. Like you said, how do you stay relevant? Remember that years and years things change. You know, nangoku sithetha nge-Facebook no WhatsApp, I've got Instagram kwangoku. But more than anything, I think I want to stay relevant, but it takes time sometimes to adjust to what is happening now compared to what was happening then. So I try my best. I wouldn't say I'm mastering it, but slowly but surely I get there one step at a time.
Yeah. Relevant because you make great music. You're playing one of your fabulous songs. You'll see more of yourself going.
Wait, we have to have the competition. I think it's only fair that he judges who does the best.
So you heard it,
Yes,
Nina,
and
3, 2.
Hey,
Who's the winner?
It's a bit difficult because I was hoping for a Nina, but it's not a Nina.
You come from a musical family.
Yeah, and it's beautiful like that, ne?
And did they teach you, did they groom you to be a musician, or did you just find it along the way?
I think it's all within the system itself, because I was born in the situation I don't remember, but I'm told that at the age of 1, 2, 3, and 4, already we were traveling together. Wow. My mother is a backing vocalist in my father's band.
Wow.
So you can imagine when I come back from school, I have to do my homework, and there's a garage full of equipment. And like, okay, 1 + 1 is 2. Can I say 11? No, it's 2. Okay, I'm done. Then I go that side. I want to play the instrument. Slowly but surely, I think that helped me to be the person I am today, because I was consistent with learning, and I'm still learning today. So being in a family of musicians, and thank you, Mama, she's still alive.
Oh, Mama.
I love her for that, because I think it's a voice that always comes out in me, and it's my father's strength. May his soul rest in peace. That still leaves me on with my rhythm that it is. Yes.
Mr. Nina, this is so weird to say out
Talking
loud.
to Nina.
Mr. Nina, before you were Jonina, you were also in a crew. A lot of people don't know this. With Mdumasilela, you were LA Beat. Okay, first of all, why LA Beat, and what kind of music did you make?
I'm happy you asked that, because LA Beat was actually a concept that was created to do cover versions in those days, and it was mid-tempos, and Du was the original person who was producing it at the time. So when I got the opportunity to be part of LA Beat for the first time, I said, instead of doing all the cover versions, can I put an original song within it? And I did, and it was called Boss of the Road. And before I know it, it came to a situation where they call it Kwaito today.
Wow.
And no one talks about it except for me lately. But
Are you the king of Kwaito?
not the king per se, but I think I'm the actual person who created the foundation from the times of Snyaka, from the times of guys like Spokesage.
Wow.
I then discovered that if I take this beat and that beat and actually do my own lingo from the township and say Maria Testament.
So why did you break up? Why did you guys break up? Why didn't you stay as a duo?
It was not necessarily a duo per se. I think the difference was that at the time it was a smaller record company, and then there was Till Polygram that came into place, which is when I gave them the Ding Dong album. And that was like 3, 4, 5 years later.
Okay.
And he had to go to Sony, which is where him and Lindelane became like wow and big. And to date, we talking about Kwaito, the making, where it comes from. And I'm still hoping for one to come through and come across and say, I actually contributed a great deal into it.
Absolutely.
But now some people don't actually know that your birth certificate doesn't say Jonina. It's had lots of other names. Guys, I know.
My birth certificate does say Nina.
So what were the other names you had? Why did your names change so many times, and how did you finally land on Jonina?
Okay, my original name is Makosini.
Okay.
When it's being explained, it's like a king among the kings. In Kosi Makosini, which is why my name
Sounds
is
exactly
Makosini.
like Joe.
Like Joe. you could say that. But in any case, before I became Jonina, I was with the record companies those days, Black Diamonds, you name them. And they gave me different names. The first one was Timmy Cool.
Timmy Cool?
Terence McCool and taken. Wait, I gotta say this. Taken from actually a cartoon I loved at the time, which was McCool #1, and the second one was King Rap. At the times of MC Hammer, you can't touch this. I'm gonna show you this. I'm gonna give you this. So rap I did as well. Hip-hoppers.
Casper in your vest, watch out. King Rap.
And then after that I was called Hot Slot Machine.
Wow. You've been through it all, haven't you? Wow.
At that time, it was the time when music was getting to the mid-tempos and people were taking too slow to get there. So I generate like 5, 6 songs in less than
Hot Slot Machine.
Yeah, like seriously now. Like put the man who's a tolingo.
Oh!
Jukebox.
Big time. And eventually, I got an opportunity to be independent. Oh, no, before that, when we, myself and Arthur Mafukate won the Coca-Cola Full Blast, I got a deal with EMI at the time. It was called CCP, and I was called Salimaya. But that was derived from my loving of Salif Keita.
Oh, wow.
And wanting to sound like him so bad at the time, I was inspired. But then we had to also make the groove so that we are proudly South Africans, you know, as much as it comes from within Africa. And Salimaya was my name.
So tell me something. With all these name changes,
Yes.
they've, like you're explaining, had a lot to do with the sound at the time. So when the hip hop was getting cool, you were being called slot machine. You know what I'm saying? All these weird and wacky.
What slot machine?
So my question
Not
is,
just a slot, hot
how do you
slot.
feel about the music today? How do you feel about, what do you think of it?
I personally think that there's so much to be done. Like music slowly but surely at all times in all aspects, and it has happened before. At some point it becomes monotonous, mainly because everyone tries to sound like the other. No one is committed to making a difference. Everyone is like, what's the hit? Okay, tomorrow I'm going to do the same thing. Hashtag I want to make a hit. and I'm a fast learner.
Parents make cool.
But more than anything, I think there's so much to be done. I hear there's beautiful people approaching it with singing, and it's nice to sing, you know, but sometimes we must know what we're singing about, what we're trying to say to the up-and-coming artists for real now, because we must think of the ones that are coming. Not always try and sing about the moment that we have, the bling-bling that I wear, or whatever it is, that there's so much to sing about, like the tragedies that we're going through now. I think we need to find a song that will find peace amongst us all eventually. But who wants to write about that? It's probably too boring, you know, because sex sells like hotcakes, they say. It's only people who wants to drive the money who thinks like that.
But you know, it's so exciting. People don't know you're close to celebrating 30 years in the industry. How amazing is that? So what can we expect from time to time from Terence McCool?
Time to Time is a project that took me like serious 2 years of being in the studio, in and out, working out and thinking and really saying, if I have people that love my craft out there and people that love my music, for once, allow me to give you what I really want to give you, not what because the trend is this or the trend is that. But I worked so hard. I remember that the reason why it's called Time to Time, I worked with Praray Piri, may his soul rest in peace, who was my partner in forming the label Killer Joe Records. I worked with Pranano Coyote, who eventually formed the trio together, myself, Pranana Coyote, and Steve Kekana. And the songs there were Tsepo Tsula himself, I hope he's watching, for the first time he says, I want to do the backings for this one. And
that voice.
That's fantastic.
Yes. So, for people out there who don't have the album Time to Time, get it. And more than anything is, I want to believe that I gave you what I want you to feel and listen to, and I hope you love it because it's the actual plate I want you to eat today.
Fantastic. Time to Time. We wish you all the best for your summer nomination on the 2nd of June. The legendary Jolene. We will be back shortly.
When are you sing the ear?
out of order. Statue? All right, thank you. Let's check out WhatsApp on WhatsApp. Unstatue. Relebogile.
And I'm back. Tonight's WhatsApp on WhatsApp is a throwback Thursday to when a young Trevor Noah, the same looking Eugene Koza and Bonang Mataiba before her glow up, made a comedy skit. Have a look at this classic oldie. Check it out.
Stop! Stop fighting for my love! When two elephants fight, the game reserve will close.
And you know what that means? We won't be able to see her panda. So then it's true. My right-hand man with my left-hand lady.
Baby, it's not what it looks like.
It is what it looks like. Don't defend him no more. It's time that he gets exposed to the truth. Exposed to the truth? It appears, young Koza, you have placed the horse before the tram.
What? You've placed the horse before the tram. Wow. Okay, guys.
Were they taking the piss out of?
No, it was a spoof.
Oh,
it was
okay.
a spoof. We love a good spoof. It's
Yeah.
great. All right, listen, guys. That is the end of this week. All right. That's it. That's all we have for the night. That's all we have for the week. We are back on your screens again on Monday at 10:30 p.m. Good night,
Thank you for
everybody.
having me.
Oh, listen.
Bobby is back next week. Make sure you tune in.
Go.
Thank you
We're
for
sick of
having
you. We're
me.
sick of you. Go. Bye. Listen, guys.
Thank you, babe.
Thanks, guys.